Okay, you've just spent over $200 on the Nintendo 64 and the new Mario game. You pop it in, stretch Mario's face just for fun, then listen to Princess Toadstool invite you to the castle and watch the Lakitu Cloud fly around with his camera. You arrive via tube. Remember, you're a plumber. It's your first time in this brand new world, and what a world it is. You can climb trees and do huge flips out of them. You can head towards the waterfall and listen as it gets louder and louder. You can jump over the fence and swim around in the moat. Just try not to get caught up in the force of the waterfall. In Super Mario 64, you can do just about anything. It is, in fact, like jumping into the movie Toy Story. But don't get all psyched up about traveling to infinity and beyond just yet. Although the gameplay and graphics are very cinematic, the basic setup and plot of the game is no big surprise. After a few days of playing the game, it starts to get old. The game is way too short, only 15 main levels. Most players will beat the game in less than 2 weeks, unless they plan on getting all 120 stars to gain access to Yoshi. That little chore is extremely difficult. Stars are hidden everywhere. Some of them are practically impossible to find on your own, like the one in Stage 2 that can only be uncovered by blasting out of a cannon and breaking off the corner of a wall. There's another one in the Hazy Maze level that's out of sight above your head. But if you use wall jumps near the Boulder Hall, you'll discover it in no time. The game would be better if we were treated with plot developments and cinema scenes just like the kind we get at the end of the game. Incidentally, Mario 64 has the best ending ceremony of any game in history. It's just outstanding. The super graphics, camera movement, and real voices make Mario 64 more than worthy of your time. Don't get us wrong. There are 64 other reasons for you to buy this game, but we just wanted to get the negatives out of the way first. Now here's what's great about the game. First of all, the gameplay is truly 3D, and once you get used to switching the camera angles, you can use them to your advantage. Mario 64 was developed using Silicon Graphics computers, the same computers that brought you the special effects in Jurassic Park, Twister, Independence Day, and of course, Toy Story. The significance of this is that video games are becoming so advanced and so popular that they're starting to gain Hollywood's attention. Although we've carped on a few of Mario's shortcomings, please be aware that this is only because of the enormously high expectations that have accompanied the game and the development of Nintendo 64 for years. The game does get fun again after you beat it, and then focus on finding 120 stars. Since you're familiar with all of the courses by then, the game is a little less frustrating. For the premier title of this system, Super Mario 64 is a breakthrough in graphics and play control. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. One last thing we should mention is prices. Nintendo 64 games will be, on average, $10 to $15 more expensive than Super Nintendo games. This means that most games may cost around $70, compared to an average of $50 for first-generation gaming systems. Although we believe that Nintendo will definitely beat its current rivals when all is said and done, well-established and emerging systems like Sony PlayStation could surprise us all. That's how things look right now. But as the Nintendo 64 grows and the writable disk drive is introduced, the gaming game will surely change. We all want the best games there are. We all want games that give Hollywood a run for its money. But how much are we willing to pay for these great software titles? Maybe, as video games become more mainstream, companies will be able to afford to lower their software prices in an effort to attract even more buyers. Now that's virtual reality.